Hello everyone, welcome to another video here on Motorcycling Endeavors. It is Friday, April 24th, 2020. Right now I'm going through the little town of Kennard, going eastbound on Route 234. I am out for a mental health ride, which is absolutely much needed. It has been a while since I shot a video. Since that time, winter has come and gone, springtime has arrived, and along with it, a pandemic. So first things first, I hope that everyone is healthy and are doing their parts to stay safe and help keep their community safe by physical distancing and working from home if possible. And if anyone happens to be affected by the pandemic, my thoughts and prayers are with you. They really are. So I have been working from home since March 9th, I believe. I received a group text message from my director on a Sunday evening, which essentially said, if you have everything you need to work from home, stay home and work from home. If you need to come in and get things out of your lockup to work from home, come in, grab what you need, and then go back home. And so I've been working from home since I think it's March 9th. I think the Sunday was March 8th, I think. Don't quote me on that. So I've been working from home for quite a while now, and it is absolutely surreal. It is one thing to work from home if you know, if that happens to be your career, and you know, I know people that just work from home as a career. They just have a contracting gigs, or they work remotely most of the time. It's just the way it's set up. But for someone who is not accustomed to working from home on a regular basis, but has the capability, it's definitely a change. There's no doubt about it. I'm not the greatest work from home person. I am definitely undisciplined, so to speak. I am very distracted. My dog thinks it's constant playtime. And your mind, well, my mind anyway, has a tendency to wander a lot. So I'm not nearly as focused as I should be when I'm working from home. But I do manage to get all my stuff done. But today I decided that after my 1 o'clock meeting, I was going to turn my computer off, put on my motorcycle gear, and go for a ride. This is the second time I've been out. So obviously I haven't been out often this year so far. I did go out for a ride last week. Now I'm out today, and I really needed this mental health ride. This is one of the activities that I do that really helps me clear my mind and helps put things in perspective. Because it's kind of an activity where you're alone, and your mind really has to be vigilant on other things. You know, the road, there's traffic, there's still idiots out on the road, you know, there's still road hazards. You still have to be mindful of what you're doing on the motorcycle. So the hyper focus that you have on the motorcycle helps clear your own mind, because you know a lot of the thoughts that you would have kind of don't enter because your mental energy is needed elsewhere. And so it kind of just helps purges a lot of stuff that's going through your mind. And certainly during this pandemic, a lot of stuff has been going through, you know, my mind. It's kind of, some days, honestly, I'm up and I'm kind of optimistic. Other days, I'm just kind of blah. And this yo-yo roller coaster ride is just something that I know that I'll have to get used to, and in all honesty, we will have to get used to, until there is a vaccine that is able to protect people from getting this pandemic. So right now, the best we could do are these non-pharmaceutical interventions, you know, such as working from home and physical distancing, wearing a mask out in public. I'll be honest with you, I do wear a mask just so that everyone knows is that the mask is, you know, does more to prevent your droplets from spewing out into society than, and that's how masks kind of protect you, because if you have less people shedding the virus, the better. And that's why you would wear a mask. So I do wear a face mask when I go out in public, in grocery stores, drugstores, and whatnot. I do go volunteer, so I do wear a mask when I volunteer. They actually provide them for you. So it's just a very trying time in this country. It really is. But the one thing I will say about us Americans in general is that when the crap goes down, we are certainly some of the best people in the world. You see a lot of the spirit, a lot of the selflessness of people really come through. And that kind of restores a lot of my, you know, faith in people, so to speak. Because I know everyone's noticed that we have, in this country, has developed some polarization, some tribal mentality when it comes to our politics. And honestly, it's really all kind of sad, because it doesn't matter what end of the polar spectrum you're on. This virus is gonna bend you over and screw you in the butt no matter what. So it's really kind of ridiculous that we still have a lot of polarization and tribalism that's going on during this pandemic, especially from the federal government, which is kind of pathetic. I'm not going to get too much into politics and talking about that, because I know that we still have a lot of tribalistic politics, polarization, and so, and being an independent, I would probably piss everyone off if I talk too much about it. So I'm going to skip that and just focus on the positive, which is the selflessness of a lot of our citizens. And a special thanks to the first responders, the nurses, the doctors, the scientists that are working hard every day to keep Americans alive and help find that vaccine and a cure for the symptoms. They are the true heroes in this whole thing. And if it wasn't for them, every single one of us would be in deep, deep, horse pucky. That's just the truth. So when you see your nurses and your doctors and your first responders, you see them in the stores, you see them out in public, just give them a thanks. Tell them thank you for what they're doing. You know, the same also goes for the delivery people and people who are in the grocery stores and such. You got to give them a thank you as well. They're performing a service, and this virus is just out there. Oh man, it's just so painful. And so that's why it's important to do whatever you can to keep your mental sanity. I mean, if it's escaping in a video game, getting out for a motorcycle ride, going for a walk, playing with your dog, you know, it's kind of a good thing. So anyway, I know I'm just kind of rambling on. I just kind of at a loss of words from what's going on with everything associated with this pandemic. But so I'm just going to wrap it up here, and hopefully that we will be back to some form of normal in the near future, and we can get back to living some kind of life. Like I said, I firmly believe there will be a new normal. I do not think pre-COVID normal is coming back. I just don't. And before we can even make strides to something like that, we're going to need a vaccine. But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope everyone is doing well, healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you at the next video.